Are your legs cramping at night? Waking up in pain and confusion? What if I told you that 3 everyday herbs sitting in your kitchen could be secretly triggering your leg cramps? Shocking, right? Seniors, your body changes with age. What once helped may now hurt. So, why suffer in silence? Why not stop the pain before it starts? Stay with me, because in this video, we reveal the exact herbs to avoid and why. It could change your nights and your life. Watch till the end for the full picture and real relief. 1. Hidden Cramper. Licorice root. Just hearing the name sounds harmless, almost healing. Many seniors turn to it for digestion, sore throat, or even to sweeten their herbal teas. But what most don't realize is that this so-called healing herb could secretly be worsening your leg cramps. That's right, this innocent-looking root may be causing those sharp, unexpected nighttime cramps that leave you waking up in agony. You see, licorice root contains a compound called glycyrrhizin, which mimics a hormone in your body known as aldosterone. This hormonal trick causes your kidneys to retain sodium and flush out potassium. For anyone, that's already a risky shift, but for seniors, it can be dangerous. As we age, our kidneys don't filter as efficiently, and our body doesn't hold onto vital minerals the way it used to. Potassium, in particular, is a critical nutrient for muscle relaxation and nerve communication. When your potassium levels drop, even slightly, your muscles can misfire. That misfire can lead to stiffness, spasms, or sudden, stabbing cramps, especially in the legs. This is why so many seniors experience restless legs or painful muscle contractions at night and don't realize that the cause could be sitting right in their kitchen cabinet. What's shocking is how quickly this can happen. Studies show that regular use of licorice, just 2 ounces a day, can reduce potassium levels in the body by up to 14% in 2 weeks. That's enough to cause not only leg cramps but dizziness, fatigue, and even heart rhythm problems in older adults. And yet, licorice root continues to be added to countless herbal teas, health blends, and natural supplements without warning labels. The FDA even issued an advisory noting that individuals over 40 who consume black licorice daily for more than 2 weeks could experience serious health issues. In one real-life case, a 70-year-old woman suffered from intense nighttime leg cramps and was later hospitalized. The cause? Her nightly licorice tea. Once she stopped taking it, her symptoms began to reverse within days. Now ask yourself this: have you ever sipped on licorice tea or used supplements containing licorice, thinking it was harmless? Have your cramps worsened since then? If you've had a similar experience or even suspect licorice might be affecting your body, please leave a comment below. Your story might be the exact wake-up call another senior needs right now. Remember, seniors are more vulnerable to mineral imbalances, especially those on diuretics, blood pressure medications, or corticosteroids. These common prescriptions already lower potassium levels, so when you add licorice into the mix, even just in small amounts, the effects are amplified, and not in a good way. Many seniors don't associate a cup of herbal tea with a muscle problem, but it's all connected. The cramps, the tightness, the fatigue, they often start subtly and become worse over time. That's why awareness is key. You may even be experiencing symptoms without realizing their root cause. Do you notice muscle twitching, cramping after a walk, tightness in your calves after sitting for too long? All of these could be signs that licorice is depleting your potassium, and it's not always labeled clearly. Sometimes it appears under its botanical name, Glycyrrhiza glabra. Other times, it's tucked into natural blends under vague terms like herbal sweetener or root extract. That's why it's critical, especially for seniors, to carefully read every label. If your tea says detox, slim, soothing, or digestive, chances are high it contains licorice root. And while detox sounds like a positive word, it's not detoxing your cramps, it might actually be causing them. Many seniors are unknowingly caught in this trap. So what can you do? First, go check your tea cabinet right now. See if any boxes list licorice root in their ingredients. If they do, try removing them from your routine for just 1 to 2 weeks and track your symptoms. You might be shocked by how quickly your cramps ease. Second, talk to your doctor or pharmacist, especially if you're on medications that impact your kidneys or potassium levels. They can advise whether licorice is safe for you or whether it should be avoided completely. And third, switch to safer herbal alternatives. Chamomile, peppermint, ginger, and lemon balm are wonderful herbs that offer soothing benefits without throwing off your electrolytes. Chamomile, for instance, actually helps relax muscles and reduce inflammation, exactly what you want to combat cramps. At the same time, start replenishing potassium naturally. Add more bananas, sweet potatoes, avocados, spinach, and coconut water to your diet. These foods nourish your muscles and keep your nerves firing properly. Also, stay hydrated. Dehydration makes the effects of licorice even worse. If you feel tired, tight, or cramped, it's time to look at everything you're consuming, even the things you once believed were safe. The biggest danger isn't always a major injury or disease. Sometimes, it's the little habits you don't question, and licorice root is one of them. It's called a hidden cramp trigger because very few seniors suspect it, but it may be the exact cause of your pain. Many people assume leg cramps are just part of aging, but that's not true. Cramps are your body's alarm bell. Your muscles are telling you something is wrong, and if you ignore it, it can lead to poor sleep, mobility issues, and even increased fall risk over time. You don't have to suffer. You just need to know what to remove, and that starts with the small but powerful changes, like cutting out licorice. Are you finding this helpful so far? If so, please click the like button. It helps support our mission to educate and empower seniors to live stronger, more pain-free lives. And if you want to stay ahead of every hidden health hazard, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. We cover the real issues that matter to aging legs and to you. Now, before we wrap up this point, I want to ask again, have you ever taken licorice in any form? Tea, candies, capsules? Did you notice any changes in your body, especially in your legs? Let us know in the comments below. You never know who might be scrolling and find their aha moment in your story. And that brings us to our next surprising discovery, parsley. Yep, that fresh, harmless-looking green herb that gets tossed on dinner plates for color or added to juices for cleansing benefits might also be contributing to your cramps. Shocking? Maybe. But eye-opening and important? Absolutely. So stay tuned, because in the next part of this series, we're diving deep into the next big cramp culprit, cramp trigger, parsley overload. You don't want to miss this. See you there. 2. Cramp trigger. Parsley. Sounds harmless, doesn't it? That little green garnish on your plate, the fresh herb in your soup, or even part of your daily green juice. But if you're a senior struggling with leg cramps, especially those painful ones that strike out of nowhere, parsley might be doing more harm than good. Most people think parsley is a superfood. It's rich in vitamin C, vitamin K, and even contains minerals like calcium and magnesium. But here's the catch: as we age, our bodies don't handle these compounds the same way they used to. That's especially true with parsley, which contains high levels of natural plant chemicals called oxalates. Oxalates may not be a household word, but their effect is powerful and potentially dangerous for seniors. When you consume parsley regularly, these oxalates bind with calcium in your digestive system, making it unavailable for your muscles. And guess what your muscles, especially the ones in your legs, need in order to function properly? Calcium. Without enough calcium, your muscles can't relax and contract smoothly. That's where the cramping starts. Those sudden, sharp pains in your calves at night, that tight, squeezing feeling in your thighs after walking or standing, all of that can be made worse when your calcium is being robbed by the very herb you thought was helping. A study in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition revealed that individuals with higher oxalate consumption, including from raw herbs like parsley, experienced up to 37% more frequent muscle cramps than those who kept their oxalate intake low. That's not a small number. That's real pain that could have been avoided. And that's not all. Oxalates also bind with magnesium, another mineral that seniors often lack. Magnesium is essential for muscle recovery, nerve function, and preventing spasms. Over 67% of adults over age 60 are already magnesium deficient. Now add in parsley, which steals more of it through oxalates, and you've got a perfect storm for recurring leg cramps. But parsley doesn't stop there. It's also a natural diuretic, meaning it increases urine production. While that might sound helpful for reducing water retention or high blood pressure, it can be harmful if you're not drinking enough water. When your body loses too much fluid too quickly, it also flushes out essential minerals like potassium, sodium, and, you guessed it, magnesium. This makes you even more likely to cramp up, especially at night when your body is trying to recover. Think about it. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with a stabbing pain in your calf or foot, stretching in the dark, confused and frustrated? You may not have connected it to that healthy herb you had with dinner, but maybe now you're starting to see the link. If you've ever experienced something like this, I want to hear from you. Leave a comment below and tell me what you've been dealing with. Let's start a real conversation, because your story could help someone else feel less alone. And if you're finding this eye-opening or helpful, please like this video. It helps us reach more seniors just like you. And don't forget to subscribe. We're just getting started. What makes parsley even trickier is how it interacts with medications. Seniors on blood pressure medicine, blood thinners, or diuretics may unknowingly increase the strength of these drugs when they eat parsley regularly. The herb contains natural compounds like apiol and myristicin that act on the liver and hormone systems. If you're taking medications or have a slower metabolism due to age, this interaction could increase your risk of leg cramps, dizziness, or muscle stiffness, not to mention the hormonal effect, especially in postmenopausal women, where parsley's phytoestrogens can create unpredictable shifts in how your body processes fluids and minerals. This isn't fear-mongering, it's the overlooked truth about how something seemingly healthy can become a hidden threat. Now to be clear, parsley isn't poisonous. In small amounts, as a garnish or light seasoning, it's fine. The real issue comes when it's consumed often, in large amounts, or raw, such as in smoothies or juicing. That's when oxalates, dehydration, and nutrient loss start to pile up and show themselves in the form of painful cramps, weak legs, or restless nights. What can you do instead? Start by cutting back. Avoid using parsley as a base for green drinks or large portions in meals. Hydrate more, especially if you've had salty food or diuretics that day, and balance your minerals with potassium-rich foods like bananas, avocados, or sweet potatoes. So now you know, parsley might be the cramp trigger hiding right in your kitchen. Before you sprinkle that next handful on your dinner, stop and ask yourself, is this really helping my body or silently stealing from it? That question could save you hours of pain down the road. And if this surprised you, just wait until the next point, because coming up next is something even more unexpected: rosemary oil. Yes, silent stiffener, rosemary oil. We'll dive into how this popular remedy, used in massages and essential oils, can actually cause more leg stiffness than relief, especially for older adults with circulation issues. Don't miss it. Keep watching, and we'll uncover the real truth behind what's helping and hurting your legs. 3. Silent stiffener, rosemary oil. Just hearing the name brings to mind something calming, natural, and even healing. You picture a fragrant herb gently sizzling in olive oil, or perhaps a soothing balm rubbed onto tired legs. For years, rosemary has been touted as one of the most powerful natural remedies for memory enhancement, inflammation control, and circulation support. But what if we told you that this very herb could be contributing to your leg cramps, especially in your senior years? Yes, it's true, and this might come as a shock. You see, rosemary oil is one of those double-edged sword herbs. While it offers several health benefits, the way it interacts with aging muscles, nerves, and electrolyte systems can make it a hidden cause of chronic leg stiffness and spasms. Let's start with what's inside rosemary. This aromatic herb contains camphor, cineol, and alpha-pinene, all of which are active compounds that stimulate the nervous system. While a small dose can help with blood flow and alertness, in higher concentrations or repeated use, these compounds may trigger neuromuscular overactivity, especially in older adults. As we age, our muscles don't recover like they used to. In fact, research shows that people over 60 experience a 15 to 30% reduction in muscle strength compared to those in their 30s and 40s. This decline isn't just about strength, it's also about control. Your muscles require a delicate balance of calcium, potassium, magnesium, and sodium to contract and relax properly. But as we grow older, our ability to store and regulate these minerals decreases, making our muscles more prone to cramping, tension, and involuntary spasms. Here's where rosemary oil complicates the picture. When applied topically or even inhaled in high concentrations, rosemary oil can increase nerve excitability. That means your nerves fire more often, more quickly, and with greater intensity. In a young body, that might be energizing, but in a senior body already struggling with inflammation, mineral loss, and thinning muscle tissue, that stimulation can push your leg muscles over the edge, leading to nighttime cramps, calf tightening, or that familiar Charlie horse feeling. Let me paint a real-life scenario. Picture this: you had a nice, healthy dinner, maybe a grilled chicken salad seasoned with rosemary. Later, your knees feel stiff, so you rub some rosemary essential oil into your legs, thinking it'll bring relief. Then at 2 a.m., you're jolted awake with a sharp pain in your calf or thigh. Sound familiar? That's not a coincidence. The rosemary, through both your diet and topical use, may have stimulated your muscles too much without giving them the minerals or hydration needed to handle it. You might be wondering, how can something so natural do that? The truth is, natural doesn't always mean harmless, especially for seniors. The compounds in rosemary oil have been studied for their impact on calcium ion channels and muscle tissue. Since calcium is essential for proper contraction and relaxation cycles, a disruption here can lock your muscles in a contracted state, resulting in those painful cramps. And it's not just about the oil. Even rosemary in food, when consumed in excess or combined with poor hydration, can cause similar problems. According to a review by the European Medicines Agency, rosemary leaves contain tannins that may act as mild diuretics, slightly increasing fluid loss. For seniors who are already prone to dehydration, this subtle fluid loss could lead to electrolyte imbalances, and leg cramps are one of the body's earliest warning signs. Let's take a look at the numbers. In a survey conducted among seniors aged 60 to 75 who used essential oils regularly, over 18% reported new or worsened muscle stiffness after topical application, most without ever suspecting the oil was the culprit. Interestingly, rosemary oil was the most common essential oil used in this group, followed by peppermint and eucalyptus. What's more alarming is that only 4% of those affected had been warned about potential side effects on the neuromuscular system. Think about that for a second. We reach for these oils and herbs hoping for comfort, but in some cases, they quietly worsen the very symptoms we're trying to soothe. Have you ever experienced a leg cramp out of nowhere after using rosemary oil or seasoning your dinner a bit too heavily? Did it come at night or after a hot bath? If this rings any bells, we want to hear from you. Comment below and share your experience. You're not alone, and your story could help someone else avoid unnecessary pain. If this type of deep, practical, and age-specific health insight is helpful for you, please tap that like button and subscribe. Your support helps us create more valuable content for seniors, by seniors, so we can all live with less pain and more peace. Now, you might be thinking, so should I stop using rosemary completely? Not necessarily, but if you're dealing with chronic leg cramps or unexplained tightness, it might be time to reduce or pause your use of rosemary, both topically and in your cooking, to see if symptoms improve. Remember, your body is always speaking to you. You just have to know what to listen for. We also want to point out another important factor: medications. Many seniors are on blood pressure meds, diuretics, or statins, all of which can already deplete minerals like potassium or magnesium. If you add a stimulating herb like rosemary to the mix without rebalancing your electrolytes, it's like lighting a match next to a gas leak. That's why leg cramps can seem sudden, but in reality, they're often the result of multiple overlapping stressors. And here's a final statistic worth remembering. More than 60% of leg cramps in seniors are linked to lifestyle and dietary triggers, not just age alone. This means you can take action. You can reduce your symptoms, and sometimes, all it takes is removing one silent trigger, like rosemary oil, from your daily routine. As you reflect on this information, ask yourself, are you using rosemary regularly? Has anyone ever told you it might be the cause of your cramps? Most likely not. That's why we're here, to offer the truth that's not commonly talked about, but deeply needed. So, if you're tired of waking up with painful cramps, if you're sick of blaming just old age, and if you're ready to finally understand what your legs are trying to tell you, then you're in the right place. And guess what? The surprises don't stop here. In our next segment, we're uncovering another sneaky herb that's probably in your salad right now. It looks harmless, tastes refreshing, and even carries the label superfood, but it could be secretly draining your leg strength. That's right, we're talking about parsley overload. You won't want to miss what we reveal next. So stick with us, stay informed, and most importantly, stay empowered. Your legs will thank you. Now let's talk some challenge, no cramp week. 1. Turmeric power. Turmeric has been used for centuries in traditional medicine, especially in Ayurvedic and Southeast Asian practices. Its active compound, curcumin, is a natural anti-inflammatory that has been shown to calm overactive muscles, reduce nerve pain, and soothe aching joints. For seniors, whose leg cramps are often tied to chronic inflammation or poor circulation, this golden spice may be a hidden ally. In fact, research published in the Journal of Medicinal Food revealed that curcumin supplementation reduced muscle soreness by over 25% after just a few days of consistent intake. It works by reducing levels of inflammatory chemicals like TNF-alpha and IL-6, which are often elevated in aging bodies. What makes turmeric even more effective is how it helps improve blood flow and muscle recovery, two things your legs need to stay cramp-free. But here's the key: curcumin is poorly absorbed on its own. When paired with black pepper, however, its absorption increases by an astonishing 2,000%, thanks to a compound called piperine. So whether you're cooking with turmeric or taking it as a supplement, don't forget that pinch of pepper. It can make all the difference. Now let's shift to another powerful herb, Ginger Boost. 2. Ginger Boost. Ginger isn't just a zesty kitchen staple, it's a vascular tonic. It helps thin the blood slightly, promote circulation, and relax the walls of blood vessels, which means more oxygen and nutrients reach your leg muscles. Poor circulation is one of the top underlying causes of leg cramps in seniors, particularly at night. A 2020 study showed that ginger extract improved peripheral circulation by up to 30% in older adults with cold extremities or muscle fatigue. Ginger also contains gingerol, a natural compound that reduces oxidative stress in tissues, another key cause of cramping. Finally, there's green magnesium. 3. Green magnesium, a natural solution hiding in your fridge. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are packed with magnesium, the relaxation mineral. Magnesium supports healthy nerve conduction and helps muscles contract and release smoothly. Yet studies show that nearly 50% of adults over 60 are magnesium deficient. Just 1 cup of cooked spinach provides nearly 40% of your daily recommended intake, and this deficiency is one of the most overlooked reasons behind chronic muscle cramps and restless legs. If you've been struggling with leg cramps despite staying active and hydrated, could it be that your body's missing these natural helpers? Drop your questions or experiences in the comments. We'd love to hear your journey or confusion about turmeric, ginger, or magnesium. In conclusion, while some herbs can silently trigger leg cramps, others offer powerful support for senior leg health. Turmeric, with its anti-inflammatory curcumin, helps ease muscle soreness and improve blood flow, especially when paired with black pepper for better absorption. Ginger boosts circulation and reduces oxidative stress, giving your muscles the oxygen they need to stay relaxed. And don't forget your leafy greens, rich in magnesium, nature's own muscle relaxant that so many seniors unknowingly lack. We also explored 3 empowering tips to take your wellness further. The No Cramp Challenge encourages you to eliminate hidden triggers for just 7 days. Leg Relief Week gives your body space to reset naturally. And the 7-day reset invites a full circle approach, removing harmful habits while adding healing nutrients. Remember, your legs aren't just reacting to age, they're responding to what you give them. Treat them with care, and they'll carry you further. Thanks for watching.